The Trump administration is doing what it can to stop the illegals who are in the country from using up taxpayer-funded benefits that are meant for U.S. citizens who are in need. Boom. Ben Carson to kick illegal immigrants out of HUD housing, will give aid to poor Americans instead. https://t.co/extivnsp5v, Ryan Fournier, at Ryan Fournier. April 19, 2019. Twitter users were right to point out that Democrats will have their Trump derangement syndrome exacerbated. Oh, I am waiting for the Democrats to see this one. Their heads are going to explode over this. Heart, embarrassed smiley face, embarrassed smiley face, embarrassed smiley face. https://t.co/joemeek4ago. John Sweeney, at jsweeney10, April 19, 2019. Cue the triggered leftist twine fest. HUD moves to crack down on undocumented immigrants in public housing. https://t.co/z5jwc6ocl0. Ben Carson would rather they be living in concentration camps than in decent public housing, even though cost to taxpayers much higher. Mike Klonsky, at Mike Klonsky, April 19, 2019. What Ben Carson is doing is making sure that Americans have access to benefits paid for by taxpayers who expect their funds to go toward helping their fellow countrymen and women in need. The Washington Examiner covers the story in great detail. Trump's Department of Housing and Urban Development is proposing a new rule to keep illegal immigrants from skirting current rules that prevent those immigrants from accessing housing subsidies. We need to make certain our scarce public resources help those who are legally entitled to it, Department Secretary Ben Carson said in a statement. Given the overwhelming demand for our programs, fairness requires that we devote ourselves to legal residents who have been waiting, some for many years, for access to affordable housing. The new rule would disallow illegal immigrants from living in houses that receive subsidies from the department regardless of whether they were the direct recipient or not. Previously, rules allowed illegal immigrants to benefit from subsidies by living with relatives who were citizens. This article from BuzzFeed News illustrates exactly the level of disconnect the left is experiencing when it comes to illegal immigration. The Trump administration's proposal seeks to evict undocumented family members from public housing, rather than continuing the practice of adjusting their families' benefits to exclude them. The rule was sent to Congress for a 15-day review period on Wednesday, and will then be available for public comment before it can move ahead. The proposed rule is part of a much broader Trump administration crackdown on immigration, including at HUD. As BuzzFeed News reported in December, the department has been quietly denying federal housing loans to DACA recipients. 2 weeks ago, Carson testified at a congressional hearing that he didn't know why DACA recipients were being turned away for federally backed mortgages. The bottom line, here, is that illegal immigration needs to be stopped. If one way that can be accomplished is kicking them out of taxpayer-funded housing, then so be it. Americans should be looking out for their fellow Americans, first, and looking to the government to do its job and force those who seek to enter our country unlawfully out onto the street and out of the U.S. Let's block ads. Why?